Hi guys, welcome to my 2024 race recap Walt Disney World Marathon. I'm so excited to say I finished and I got my medal. It's so super cute. The middle spins, Mickey and Minnie go up and down. They put a lot of thought into this medal. Anyway, so I just want to let you know guys how it went and how it didn't go. I'll start with the easy part. Unfortunately, the Thursday prior to the race, I got food poisoning. Thankfully, Friday, Saturday, I was able to rest. I was already off of work and I just used my electrolytes, built up where I should have been back on. I'm not racing for time. I'm not racing for money, medals. I'm just racing for myself. So I just wanted to be healthy enough to do the 26.2, which I was. Anyway, my husband's half marathon though, they called for inclement weather that day. So Disney did the right thing. I know a lot of people were mad and upset about it, but we were supposed to have tornadoes in the area along with thunder and lightning. It is weather, you can predict it. That's why they say predictions. Anyway, they took it down to 7 miles, which is fine. My husband and my friends who still did it got in their respectable 13.1 miles. So they felt great about that day. On to our race. If you've never done a Walt Disney World race, I highly recommend it. If you have and you know what I'm about to talk about, yeah, we're all in it together. The time you have to get up, and if you're running the Dopey Challenge, that's 4 days of getting up at the same time. You need to be up by 2:30 just to get your stuff on and to be on the road by 3. The road shut down, even for us locals who are trying to get in the back ways, the road shut down at 3:45, which isn't that bad. I mean, we got in, we were to the park by 3:30, sat in the car for a little bit, because our corral, my friend and I were in corral F. A, B, C, D, and E are for those that have times, that have done a marathon in the last year that can prove that their times are legit. F are for those who don't know, haven't done a marathon in a while, or this might be your first marathon at all. So with that being said, everything was smooth and easy to get through. Once we got there, we didn't wait too much long time. We were probably standing there for about an hour, which we didn't want to sit down because if you sat down, the ground was cold. That morning, our start time was 55, I think. It could have been even colder. Anyway, so once the race got started for us, mile 1 and 2 was great. Mile 3, they have you going on a on-ramp to get onto the freeway. That was cambered, and I think that's where it started my issues, because you're running one leg short, one leg long to try and keep up with the camber of the road. Whatever, it was fine. Every mile is truly magical. They either have water or Gatorade. Well, it's not Gatorade because they have Coca-Cola products. Water or Powerade for every other mile, and every other mile that they don't have anything, they have the characters sitting out. So if you want, you can stop and take pictures of the characters. And then they have little things too, like from Wreck-It Ralph, they had the car, the little race car on the side of the road, on its side, blinking with lights. It was so super cute. And then just further down the way, they had Penelope sitting there waiting to take pictures. So just thoughtful things like that, where they had little stuff to look at and then the characters standing on the side of the road so you could take pictures with them. Amazing. There was quite a few bands, and I didn't get to see if there were local bands from schools, but again, fun. One time we ran by a band. They were playing Queen, We Are the Champions. How appropriate. But when we got to Magic Kingdom, in the parking lot was the Tokyo Drummers. Amazing. What even made it better is that at that time it started raining hard, which was not called for. Anyway, they had covers over their drums, and they're still drumming out there. These guys are top notch. In the rain for us, drumming, just so that we had some kind of magical mile. The rain, though, when they drummed, when their mallets hit the drum, the rain was popping back up, and it was made for an amazing show. I wish I could have stopped and taken a video or pictures, but I told myself, if you stop, you won't get started, because like I said, it was raining hard, which was fine. I ran through Magic Kingdom, got to go through the castle, which is always fun. And then as we came off into the back lot, we saw a whole bunch of the parade floats sitting and waiting. Got back out onto the road. We ran, they had us go towards Animal Kingdom, which again is fun. They had animals outside cheering us on when we went in, and animals on the outside cheering us on when we came out. Again, that makes it so much more fun. I guess there were some rides you could have ridden during the marathon. I was not focused on that because I knew if I had stopped, there's no getting me restarted. My doctor said to take my medicine for Parkinson's, which is the carbidopa-levodopa, along with a new medicine that I've been on for the last 6 months or so. It helps with tremors. So I explained to him during some of my runs where my right side and my right leg would just get stiff, and I couldn't get them to calm down, and it made it difficult for me to run because then I was getting cramped toes. So he said I could take 2 of my medicines that helps with my shaking, my tremors, and thank the Lord, it helped so much. I didn't have any issues during the race at all. I was able to do run walk, 2 minutes walk, 1 minute run for almost the whole way, which was a huge blessing. That was one of the things I was worried about, was not being able to calm down and having that stressful arm and leg. But like I said, I was fine. I got to mile 18 though, and I called my husband for a brief couple minutes because I was hitting the wall. I hadn't done anything past 18 this time because I got sick with the flu, recovered, and then the long run that we were supposed to have, the other long run, we had hurricane force winds come through, and we usually run in the dark. It's just not safe to be running in the dark on our trail that we run on because it has a lot of trees, and I didn't want a tree to fall on me. So good call there. I ran inside, but for not as long as what I should have. Anyway, so I called my husband at mile 18, and I told him I was just hitting a wall. I was having a hard time, and he had to stop and pull me in, and he just called me out on it. He said, "What are you racing for?" And I said, "I just wanted to do good. I just wanted to do a good time." And he said, "You are doing good. You're doing what you set out to do, which was to run the marathon, not to get a medal, not to get money, not to get, just run, just go, just do it and enjoy it." So I'm grateful that he stopped and reeled me back in, because my heart rate, like I said, my heart rate was 180 beats per minute, which is way too high for me. Anyway, so I found a nice couple along the way, and I walked with them and I talked with them. They're like, they could tell, they're like, "You just need to calm yourself down. Just walk with us for a little bit." So I did. I walked with them for a little bit, which, huge blessing. Then on mile 20, I found a guy who was running with Parkinson's, and he was Team Fox, which I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, that's near and dear to my heart, is Team Fox. And it was amazing to talk to him. He said he was doing his 26th marathon that morning. Wow. And he's had Parkinson's disease for 11 years. And I told him, I said, "This is my first marathon running with Parkinson's, and I've only been diagnosed for a year and a half. So we talked story, and it was just encouraging. It was just sent to me at the right time and the right place for me to hear that. Anyway, when we ran through the boardwalk, which was about mile 23, I saw the whole slew of Team Fox people, and I told them, I was like, yay, Team Fox, and they just yelled back, you got this, keep going. It was amazing. Although I did say that I have things to talk about. So I train with an Apple Watch. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I did the marathon 6 years ago, and I trained with my Apple Watch, and that watch was an Apple II. I had no problems with that watch at all, none. This one, and I'm 15 minutes difference, just to put a reference out there. I ran my first one at 6 hours. My second one was 6 hours, 16 minutes. Mile 25. My watch died. I'm thankful that I made it to mile 25, but I should have made it the whole way through. I should have made it with the whole 26.2 miles. I don't know what happened. I wasn't using anything different between my two devices, meaning my iPhone and my watch together. I can't explain why it died, but I'm very disappointed. So now I'm gonna research and figure out what other watch to wear, because I can't be having this one die. It has all my medical needs on here, just for the fact that I wear my watch 24/7. It reminds me of when to take my medicine. And that day was special because I started my medicine earlier, so I didn't want to be running and knowing that I'd have to take my second set of medicines while running. I didn't want to figure out the time. I want something to tell me, hey, stop, take your medicine. Anyway, the other factor that I have on the Apple Watch that I don't have on other watches is it has the fall detection. So if I were to have fallen during my race, it would have helped known, the medics out there, because there's medics along the way. I think they're stationed like 5 miles or so, but they have everything for you that you need. So if you have blisters, if you're cut, whatever you need, the medics are out there. And by the way, they were top notch. Anyway, so yeah, very disappointed in Apple. And my friend who was running with me as well, her watch turned off at mile 24. So it's not the thing you want to be having going down when you're almost finished. It doesn't pick up your stats. It doesn't let you know if your heart rate's. It was, like I said, I'm glad it was a mile from the finish line and not further. But hey, my 2 made it. My 7 didn't make it. Just word to the wise. If you're gonna run a marathon, maybe Apple's not the way to go. Okay, rant over. So a couple trusty things that I ran with during the marathon that I also trained with was, number one, my Mizunos. I will not detour from Mizunos ever again. Those shoes for me are tried and true. They help out immensely. I am a super pronator. I have such bad pronation. And I've always ran in Mizunos ever since. I've tried running in different shoes. Shin splints, back hurt. No. If you find a shoe that you're comfortable in, stay with that shoe. Don't try the new fattest shoe because somebody said, or most of the people are wearing these shoes out in public. Don't do it. Ask your questions. Figure out what you really need. It takes you a while to get that shoe that you finally like, but once you do, don't deviate from that shoe. Take it from me. What else did I have to take away? Oh, I know, scrapers. So my husband and I, we went to the Boston Marathon to see our friend run and to meet up with my best friend. Anyway, at their expo, they had these things to help with built up fascia. It's a metal scraper. I will never run without that again. So much easier. It just takes 5-10 minutes. I usually get up in the morning right away. I put a little bit of oil on my calves and I scrape away just to keep the loosening, just to keep the muscle loose, because it's tight almost all the time. And with the running and the shaking, it gets even more tighter for me. So I will never, leave that home. That thing will be stuck to me forever. Best investment I've done. Let's see here. What else? The rain didn't last that long. It was like maybe 45 minutes of rain, and then it passed on, which is normal for Florida. We blink, it's raining. You blink, hey, it stopped raining. Again, the other thing that I wore that was the best thing, Lululemon. Hands down, I will not run another race without them. For me, this is just what works for me. I love the brand. I love the product. I will stand by it always. It works out great. I got some red pants to go with my hat. It was amazing. The pants were so good. I have more pockets in there, so I had like extra medicine in my pockets and extra supplements for my water. I ran because I get the water through the aid stations, but I trained with liquid IV and it helped out so much. And I think I'm going to stick to that again. So there you have it. My 2024 Walt Disney World Marathon race recap. Now on to the fun stuff. So I put in a letter of intent to do the New York Marathon this year. I won't find out until March if I get in or not. And if I do get in and I am selected, I need to raise $6,000. Seems hard. $6,000 is a lot. But when you break it down, I just need 600 friends to give me $10. That's it. That's all I need, $10. So my training and my videos will be switching from chasing the mouse to chasing the statue. I can't wait. I pray every day that I get in. I just want to be chosen. It's part of the Team Fox Foundation. I truly believe in what they have going on. They've done some amazing things like finding the biomarkers for Parkinson's, which is huge. They have a great support group. They're top notch. They know what they're doing and they're there to help. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get into New York. I can't wait. Thanks for coming along the journey so far, and I hope you guys continue. As always, get out there and do something.